Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance. And we today are looking at 3 really easy starter bases. No, not in this pillager outpost. That would be a nightmare starter base, frankly, especially if you're in survival and had no armour or weapons. But today I'm going to look at 3 survival bases. We're going to walk around them, see what we think of them, look at the benefits, look at the negatives, and then you can decide which ones you like. I will be releasing at the same time as this particular video a tutorial on how to make each individual one of these 3 bases with a world download. I'll also put the world download links in the description below of this video. But we are going to be looking around a cave base that we've built into the side of a mountain. We're going to look at a stilts base that is really useful for an open plain situation, and we're going to be looking at a village base. You've spawned right near a village and you want to use some of that existing structure. It's going to be great. Let's get to the first one. The first base we're going to look at is a cave base. This one is particularly good because we've got a jungle biome over there, a spruce biome over there, and lots of lovely rock in these mountains. So we're going to go and have a look over here. You can see from a distance we have lit this up. It's up on the side of the mountain rather than being on ground level, which I quite like the idea of. That's an advantage because you can get extra protection from the mobs. If you've only got something on ground level, obviously it's a lot easier for the mobs to just wander in. So we've created ourselves a nice sweeping arc of entranceway, and you've got a superb view as you look out of your front door there. And as you come inside, you can see that we've got a really nicely landscaped front room. We've got a lot of storage, we've got our bed, we've got somewhere to smelt and a crafting table and a singular diamond pickaxe. Remember, this is a starter base. You're going to be living in this base after not very long. That's the idea. We've used the spruce wood from over across the way because that's easily accessible rather than some of the other woods that perhaps you wouldn't normally use. We can get all the list stone very easily using the furnace to smelt up any cobble, and it's just a very simple way of doing things. We've got an easily manufacturable composter right there that we've used as a flower pot, and then we've got our little workstation. Now you could argue that an enchanting setup is not entirely and strictly starter, and I would actually agree with you. This is something that is a disadvantage of a starter base, is you're not going to be enchanting straight away, but it's good to give yourself a space. So this is, imagine this is your vision of the future. This isn't actually there yet, but you've got it coming and waiting for you in this space. You've saved that space. Looms, etc. It is all there. Grindstone up in the top. And then down here, we have got some food. So we're self-sufficient in terms of our food farm. A composter there for extra seeds that we could make bone meal out of to be able to grow stuff a little bit quicker. And obviously the nether portal that is very important for being able to go through to the nether. Now we've been able to make that nether portal because we've got ourselves an inbuilt mine, and we've gone down to the bottom and we've got ourselves some lava, put some water on it and mined out that obsidian using the singular diamond axe that you saw the other day. We've put gates across, of course, because we don't want these pigmen to be coming in and eating all of our food. Down here we've blocked off the mine with a set of gates at the top just in case anything sneaks up. So as a starter base, this is actually incredibly simple. The advantage being that you don't have to build any walls. The walls are ready made. The negative being you could be digging your walls and punch through into a large cave. You've obviously got to dig the holes out often, or at least terraform out some cave that's already pre-existing. So it really depends on your style of building. If you like this kind of random haphazard cave system, and I think it works rather nicely, and I like a cave base very, very much, this could be the base for you. There is a world download for this base in the description below. Please do feel free to download it. Come and have a wander around it yourself, or maybe even, given that you have got such an incredible spawn point here, maybe even make it your home. You'd be more than welcome to. There is a tutorial on how to make this base released at the same time I've released this video. The link for that will also be in the description below. So 1 down, 2 to go. Where are we going to go now? I think we're going to go to the middle of the plains. So we've spawned in the middle of the plains. It is a great biome. We've got trees close by. We've got some caves, but not the kind of cave you'd want to make a base out of close by. We've got plenty of animals, some lava over there, and some great dark wood forest there, dark oak. we've got some great opportunities. It'd be great to make a base here, but actually to make a base here is very difficult because you've got ground that undulates, you've got water all over the place. How are you going to do it and still make it safe? The way you're going to do it is by making a base that is on little stilts. So let's come and have a look at this fella here. We've lifted it off of the ground, and what that enables us to do is block off the entrances so no mobs can actually get in. The entire base itself then becomes secure. So let's open up that gate. And here we immediately enter into a covered area. It's a starter base, so a lot of torches as opposed to a lot of lanterns. But as you get more and more iron, obviously you can exchange these torches for lanterns should you wish to. I personally think lanterns look much better. 8 nuggets of iron and a torch and you've got yourself a lantern. We've got our array of workstations here. Everything you could possibly need. Plenty of barrels for storage. And we've got an automated machine that's going to make our bone meal for us and store it in the barrel. You can see there, already got a little bit of bone meal. That composter sucks the plant life out of the barrel at the top, squirts it in once it's composted it. Very nice indeed. We have got an entrance to our mine in there. So just go down there and the mine will allow you to dig down without the risk of having to go out of your base. So this mine is ready to be built however you would want it to be. Coming back up, obviously you can climb up the trapdoor too and out. Close the trapdoor to stop anything coming out of it just in case. And you've got a campfire right in the middle. Obviously the fire ticks do not spread from a campfire, so these little sparks popping off don't matter. We've put that on top of a hay bale to give us a massive smoke signal. That smoke signal will allow us to see this place from miles away. It is very, very easy to get lost in Minecraft, and this is going to help us. Over here, we've got our house. We've popped ourselves a little pumpkin farm there, so as we can start to build up pumpkins to trade with villagers. We've just made it not too ornate, a little bit of detail just to make it look nice, but we've not done loads because, again, it's a starter house. Inside, very bare. It is a starter base. We don't necessarily want to do too much in here. We've got plenty of dump chest storage. We've got a bed. We've got somewhere that we can do some smelting, but everything else is ready and waiting for you to do what you want with it. You can see out right across all 3 sides of your base this way, and through this window you can see onto your base as well. So it keeps it very, very safe for you. And then down here we have again got an enchanting setup. This is the space that will be saved for the enchanting setup rather than it being the actual enchanting setup, because it could take you a little while to be able to get this all sorted. A little bit of a gap there, maybe that will be perfect for potions once you've gone to the nether. No nether entrance in this particular base. It is truly, truly starter. Coming down here, we've got some wheat and some carrots growing. Doesn't have to be wheat and carrots, could be anything you wanted, but we've put them in rows because they will grow much quicker. And then through this gate here, we've got a little jetty with a boat to take us across that side there. It's not a very big lake, but sometimes you just like to sit in a boat. It's relaxing. You could sit in the boat and maybe find yourself a nice easy place to fish. A little set of steps there to make it more jetty-like rather than just steps down. And this is a very nice little starter base. Lots of advantages with this base. It's expandable. You can add more modules onto it, more squares just to make it bigger. You can make it different heights, add a different level. Lots of options for this. The downside is you've got to build it from scratch. Every block is placed by me, and as a result it can take a little bit more time, but that's down to choice. This has got more long-term potential than the cave base, but perhaps in the short term the cave base just about wins it because it's easier to set up. Let's get to our third base, because this one is just about ready to download in the link in the description below. Please do go and take a look, and I'll be interested to see whether or not you expand this to make it absolutely amazing. The video on how to make it is also released and ready. The link is in the description below. Let's go and look at the other one. Very occasionally you can jump into the world and you are right next to a village, which means you can come face to face with a little farmer dude like that playing around with his composter. Now this is an absolute find, because with villages you've got ready-made resources, you have got ready-made buildings. They are a really good place to start and set up your camp. So that's exactly what we have done here. We've created a village starter base, and what we've done is we've made it completely mob proof, and we enter it through this front door here. 2 of the village houses have been joined together, and we just come through the door, open it up, close it up, and we're straight into the bedroom. Now, like all other starter bases, perhaps you've not got the books yet, but given that you're in a village, there's actually a better than average chance that there will be a library. And if there's a library, that means that you can at least mine out those books and recreate bookshelves with. And once you start mining, you'll get yourself your obsidian and your diamond. You'll be able to get these enchantment tables much faster. Very easy to get this set up. So that's why this is now no longer a place for the enchantment setup to be in the future. This is actually where the enchantment setup is now. We've got, again, an entrance to the nether inside the house with blocked off barriers so the pigmen don't come and eat all of your food. You've got somewhere to eat, and then you've got your effectively your workstation area that's got a row of all the working things and barrels with which to put stuff that you've made into when you store them. Bit of a chest just for a change, but other than that, you can see this is just a corridor between two pre-existing houses that have been just slightly jazzed up a little bit. Coming outside, however, we've done an awful lot more. We've blocked off with stone wall between another house and that house, and this house has become the smelting area. We've got furnaces, we've got smokers, we've got blast furnaces, and we've even got a little blast furnace man. Hello, yes, we could trade with you sometime in the future. Coming outside, we've got a lovely big farm growing all of our crops. We have striped up our wheat and our carrots so as they grow as fast as they possibly can. If there are any more villagers coming in, they'd probably become farmers as a result of those composters. We've got our campfire giving us our 25 high smoke signal so we don't get lost on the way. And then here we've got our built-in mine where we go down and it basically goes round and round until we hit mining level. And that means that you don't ever have to come outside of your base to get the resources you need. But again, be very careful. Mobs can spawn down in mines if you don't light them up properly. And as a result of that, your face could get eaten when you wake up in the morning. I love village starter bases. You have to do far less work for it, but you also have to make sure that you block off areas because villages are extremely susceptible to attack from pillagers, and pillagers are the one negative of this type of base. You could end up with pillagers sat there waiting for you when you wake up to serve you your coffee. It is not something you want in your life. However, all the resources could already be here. You can make an absolute lightning fast start if you set up your base in a village. This village world is downloadable, link is in the description below, and also there is a link for the video that shows you how to make this that is released at the same time as this one. Yep, you're looking at me, weren't you? So there's 3 examples of starter bases that you might enjoy making, and perhaps you'll have another idea. You could have a different base in the mountains that maybe is hanging off of the sides. You could have a different plains base that is a bit more like a village starter base, but you started from scratch. You could have a base in the swamp. I did a video about that not long ago. You could have a base in the desert. Lots of options for you. Try a little challenge. Make a base exactly where you spawn in. Don't go searching. Look for what's around you and don't move. They're always fun, those challenges, and I quite like doing them. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to go and see the other videos on how to make these 3 bases. You'll find different techniques being used and you might find them useful. Please do hit the subscribe button and the like button if you have liked this video. It would be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.